Hey guys, don't you miss when August rolled around and you scrolled through your feeds on phone or on a computer and you were really excited for the teasers and leaks? I remember as a kid, right before Spirit started downgrading about 2016, 2017, playing their videos on my living room TV showing my parents who have dedicated thousands of dollars to making Halloween props. They were married in October and their quote unquote honeymoon was them building their magnum opus. So imagine their reactions to recent spirit years and Halloween seasons. Since then, I as well have become less and less detached with spirit. Now with Halloween, God, I still get excited when I come home from school, expecting just like before for all the inside Halloween stuff to be put up. But sadly, my parents are older, so outdoor and indoor is my job. But nevertheless, I just haven't been excited for Spirit. And that's because they've become more of a corporatized, cheap mass production mogul than a cool pop up store. The thing is that I hate seeing people celebrate it too. Like the clown fatigue. They claim they hate it, yet they still buy the clowns. Just stop buying them. It's not hard. Also, like this year, everybody went, yeah, Spirit, let's go, returning to their roots. That's an insult to their roots. Their roots were pushing the boundaries, making original, interesting props and original themes to go with them. This year had absolutely zero original ideas. It was skeletons, witches, clowns, and dolls. The only exceptions being shitty licensed props and that deal with the Death Stalker, which is a mutilated incest baby that literally makes no sense. It is not cool that it fogs. Why the hell does it fog? What is it?
You playing
What's the
Minecraft.
point?
I like your cut,
And of
G.
course, a stupid fucking bat, which is a reskinned jumping spider with a printed cloth and obvious plastic log. Let's not get into the theme. Don't you remember when the themes were different? Well, not anymore. This is the most variety we've gotten this year, and it still looks like a reskin. Why did the in-store experiences become basic reskins? Can anyone explain that? I get it's to cut costs, but Jesus Christ, you used to be the biggest Halloween store in the world. People would flock in June to see what you did. You make shitloads of money. You are not that desperate. Especially since you gouge every price an extra $200. Let's take Home Depot for example. Home Depot has introduced three pneumatic props. Pneumatic props being a very special type of motor that makes the props violently jerk. Or, it's just violent motion. It's a very, complex motor. You know why we're only seeing this now? Because this motor used to be super fucking expensive. None of the pneumatic props at Home Depot releasing this year, the first consumer pneumatic props, exceed $300. The Leatherface prop, that is a reskin of a Lowe's prop, by the way, is $450. What? You'd be better off buying the $280 Lowe's one and putting a Trick or Treat Studios Pretty Woman mask on it, which is a really good Pretty Woman mask. That even though, with a heavy price tag of $120 just for the mask, still doesn't pass Leatherface's costs on Spirit website. It is $400, and that's still a lot of money. And you could probably find a cheaper Pretty Woman and, repaint it. That's the same you're going to want to do with Trick or Treat because Trick or Treat has good molds, just not the best paint jobs because they're mass produced. But that doesn't mean that, the Pretty Woman should be $450. Like, crazy, crazy price. Licensing is not that much, obviously, since Lowe's is selling theirs for $280, and that's including that's rounding up. It's like 275, and with shipping and shit, it's probably like 290, 300. Editor's note, which wouldn't even matter because at the end of the day, the 450 will still that does not include shipping or anything. The shipping in any case is worse because it's not like you can just drive to Spirit and buy it. It's not like Lowe's, you know. It's not like they stock everything. Spirit has low stock. They don't put as many props in store as Lowe's does. Lowe's has a huge ass back room that they have open 24/7. Lowe's rents out small places. It's not the same. So it'd be way easier to not, you won't even have to pay for shipping with Lowe's. And like, I'm sitting here, I'm like, I want a Wacky Mole, but I don't want to pay shipping because it's going to be more than 220. And in my opinion, 220 is still pushing the line for a prop like that, because that prop has become just basic over the years, and it's still cool, it's just basic. Anyways, no boundaries with pushes here. I really like Grimm, which was part of my hopefulness last year. The new eyes were inventive and opened a lot of doors. Mr. Dark was an introduction to production props that use scissor mechanisms like that. Wacky Mole was so cool to see, and Nozzles was such a cool idea, even though they were clowns. It's one of the only recent Spirit props that actually uses the fog as an addition, not just, ooh, it fogs. I'm talking to you, Deathstalker. There's also the Plague Doctor, which really makes sense to have fog because of smog in the time period. Which I have, by the way. When Spirit makes a good prop, I want it. I want Wacky Mole, I just don't have the money right now. Bog Zombie was a really nice prop, and Monty was goofy, but still pretty cool. If only he was more sturdy and less cheap, he would have made a great prop. But this year just let me down. I was more hopeful after seeing 2022, and that's by far the worst year they've had. The props were either a hit or a miss. They even had a third theme, and it wasn't a lot. It was just a base, but I thought it was so nice to have another theme just on the side. You know, you take a break from the costumes, and it's like, it's not just front and back, it's like there's animatronics everywhere. I think that's nice. I think that's a great addition. Not to mention, even though they were reskins, the themes had pretty cool ideas on them. And the thing is that there's still original people at Spirit. Last year, whoever made those themes snuck designs for new and inventive themes, but obviously those never came to fruition. That's the issue here. It's either shitty bosses or shitty executives, or they're being outspoken by colleagues who obviously need to be fired. There's still light and I'm still hopeful. But if Spirit doesn't fix themselves, Home Depot or Lowe's will steal their crown. And honestly, this year Home Depot did. I need to go to Home Depot anyways because I need stuff for a prop I'm working on, which will be coming soon, by the way. And I'm so excited to see their props. I want to see Pneumatic Grandpa and the Blow Mold Goals, as well as the 2 metal skeletons. We've literally been trying to pass that illusion with the Grim Reaper that we've had, my parents' magnum opus. I understand some excitement for these past years, but for the most part, I'll stick to waiting for Home Depot before I spend my money. That's all.